Hey, Laura.
Hi. Oh, hey, I gotta show you my new, I have some new cool backgrounds.
I know I saw those, but I don't know how to get it onto my computer, but it's okay.
We'll have to show you how. It's actually really easy. But there's new Keller Williams ones.
I know, I saw those.
So this is the one I think I want. Check this out.
Yeah, cool. That's your
Very cool, huh?
That's you.
Hey, Zach. Okay, Yvonne, do you feel like you're good to go? You did it with your clients yesterday, right?
Yeah, can you, let me just confirm.
Okay.
Sharing screen, let me just confirm. So Laura, what do you see right now?
So you have to click once you're sharing your screen. Okay, there it comes. Yep, we've got it.
Okay, so you can see that?
Yes.
And
Yep.
and the size is good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you'll be okay. And
So
then
should
at
I,
the top, if you want to unshare that, if you hover around the top, it should say unshare or stop share somewhere up there.
stop oh yeah, stop share like right
Yep.
now?
Yeah, and now we're back. Ta-da!
And now,
Now,
oh, just,
what view do you have
you
going on
mean
right?
like that?
Yeah, so you've stopped sharing. So now you're just seeing, what are you seeing? Are you seeing me? Or are you seeing a bunch of people?
Oh, I stopped. I'm not sharing. You don't see it?
No, you stopped sharing it.
Oh, okay. So let me see. Hold on.
So then you would share it again. So you want to go back and forth and do the view of the people, then you can stop sharing it and you come back and just see people again.
Okay. So do you just see me right now?
I see you and me because I have us on gallery view. What do you see?
Okay. So
There's 8 people on this call right now, but they're all hiding themselves.
hi,
So
everybody. Okay.
the only ones that you're seeing are you and me.
Okay. So hold on. Where is my, and then if I do this, can you see? No, because I'm not sharing it.
No, you got to share it.
What if I do?
Hi, Renee. You're on mute, Renee.
Okay. So Laura, what do you see now? I press the,
Did you click share? All I see is you, me, and Renee right now.
okay. So here is,
There we go. Yep.
then, you know, I'm just gonna leave it because if I
Okay.
go back and forth, I'm gonna miss
Hi,
it.
Mary. Yeah, that's fine. And then you might ask somebody to help you with the chat room so that you're seeing if people are putting stuff in the chat.
Yeah, because if I try to do too much, I'm gonna fumble.
Well, when you're in the slideshow section, you can't really see the chat at the same time. So you'll just have to ask somebody. Let's see
Okay.
who's on here. You have 11 people so far. It's not quite time yet.
Okay, so
I don't know if Renee, are you planning on being on the call the whole time? Maybe you can help Yvonne with the chat.
morning, Jeremy.
I'd love to be able to, but I'm not going to be on. I'm going to have to get out about 15 minutes early.
Well, somebody on there that if there's any, you guys, if Yvonne can't see the chat, you guys are going to have to unmute yourself to ask questions.
Okay, so good morning, everybody. Does everybody see the PowerPoint?
Yes.
Yeah, you can see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I am not going to move it because if I try to be too fancy, I'm gonna not go back. I don't want to spend time going back and forth.
So, and Yvonne, I'll mute myself and that sort of thing. I'll just have you in the background. So I think you're going to be fine, but if you need me.
What is your plan this morning? What do you have going?
I have plenty of work to do. Let's see. So if you don't, excuse me, sorry, morning voice. If you don't, it's just now 9 o'clock. You'll probably have a few more people jumping on. If you would please start by introducing yourself and telling everybody who you are, that'd be awesome.
Okay. And it's already recording. I don't have to touch anything else.
It is. You're all set. Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Laura. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning, Yvonne.
Good morning, Jeremy. Kelly.
Good morning.
I recognize some voices. Zach, I saw you earlier. Okay, so I don't see anybody's face, which is fine. Mary, Renee, Zachary. So it looks like we have Campbell office and Santa Cruz along with Gateway this morning, right? Let's see, Chrissy, where are you? Which office?
I'm in the Campbell office.
Okay, and Mary, Phyllis? Campbell?
Santa Cruz.
Santa Cruz. Renee's Santa Cruz. Zachary, you're San Jose. Nairi, which office?
I'm from Campbell.
Campbell. Esmeralda, hi Esmeralda. She's from San Jose. AJ, which office are you?
Campbell.
Okay. Kristen, oh shoot.
I'm also at the Campbell office.
Okay, what did I just do? Okay. Wonderful. Well, my name is Yvonne Zinsman. I am from the San Jose office, and I got my license in 06, which I was extremely excited to get. I come from the background of raising 5 children from the restaurant field, working as a server and assistant manager for many, many years, and also a big background in sports. Main sport is volleyball. So I'm very team oriented, which I'd like to open it up today for more of a discussion and interacting. Whenever I do classes, I love when we can all interact, because all of us are at different levels. And good morning, Allison. Good morning. Yeah. We all will learn from each other. What we're doing, Renee, Donna, Mira started it off, and a lot of other people, a lot of other of us will be, basically, we're just facilitating. We have a little bit more knowledge because we've been doing this for a while. But other than that, I really would really appreciate everybody to contribute, and feel free just to start talking like we were all together in a room. It is a little different. This is my first time giving a class or facilitating a class like this, because you're just kind of talking into your computer. So it's a little different. So bear with me. So let's see a little bit, what else? I joined KW in 2014, and I am extremely thankful for being with this company. It's a tremendous company, and I think all of you already have your, and that's why you joined, right? Because you saw all the benefits. One of the main benefits for me is our culture and the way that we support each other and help each other. I hope you've been having opportunity to listen to our top leadership on KW Connect through these last 3 weeks. We are almost at the end of our 4th week being at home. Any of you had an opportunity to listen to the KW Connect, all the live streaming? Do I have to unmute?
No, we can hear you.
We can hear you. Where do we find that, Yvonne?
Oh, okay.
I know it's KW Connect, but it's resources.
Okay.
Right?
Can you guys see my screen still?
Yes.
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 Okay, thank you. So let me maneuver this. Okay. So the way I go to it, was that Allison asking?
Teresa.
Oh, hi, Teresa.
Hi,
Okay.
good morning.
Oh, you know what? I can't access it if I'm, I better not get too fancy. I better not get too
live
fancy.
streams.
Okay, connect and then live streams.
It's KW Connect. Oh, shoot. See, now where's my PowerPoint? Okay, can you guys see the PowerPoint again?
Yes.
Okay, good. So Teresa, and I'm happy that you guys are you're asking questions, because I think it's super important. Whatever we all might be struggling with these days, please reach out and ask for help. You guys can call me anytime, email me anytime. And I know all the offices are the same way. So I think Jeremy mentioned it, KW Connect. And then you go to resources, and then you go to live stream.
Okay, thank you.
And you're welcome. They're amazing. This is our leadership and our top agents just pouring into us, giving, and from the heart, you guys, they're feeling the same thing we're feeling at a higher level, because they have all the responsibilities of their team, their role of coaches, instructors. So they're feeling the same thing we're feeling. And I would really encourage you guys to go and listen. All recorded. They're in categories and what you might want to focus on. I've been super blessed watching. Okay, what I'd like to start with, because our topic is super exciting, right? You guys, database?
Yay. Yes.
Super exciting. Well, it is the core of our business. But before we jump into it, because the last couple of days, starting with Mira, Renee, Donna, the database was already mentioned. And these Ignite classes, when I very first started, I love Ignite. It's the fundamental of our business, the foundation. They're super important. And they've revamped it. So this first section of the 10 days are the Spark. And these first 10 days are basically to get our mindset. It's normally usually for newer agents, but we all need a refresher. So I know we're going to have different levels throughout the month of April, because it helps to remind us of the fundamentals. So anyway, what I'd like to start off with, because we've already talked a little bit this week about the database, we'll go into it a little bit more in depth today, but I really honestly want to keep it simple. So, because I remember going through Ignite, it's so much, there's a lot of material, and if you just keep going day by day and not implementing something that you've learned, it's not as helpful. So what I'd like to start with is, because this is our 4th week in this time that we're in, just like us to kind of share, because normally too in our classes, we get to know each other. It's a little bit harder because we are not in, we don't see each other, we're not interacting. Typically, we would break up in groups and do some activities, which we're not able to do. So can we just take a few minutes before we get into the, the information that we're going to cover today? Can we just share how we're doing? And I know when we first come on, we always ask, hey, how are you doing? And we all say, oh, fine. So for the most part, I think we are fine. But would anybody like to share some wins that they've had through these 3.5 weeks of adjustment? This has been a huge adjustment for me. So I just thought maybe we can start by that, so we can get a little bit more connected as a group.
I'll share.
Hi, good morning. Thank you.
Good morning. Tuesday closed escrow with buyers, which was a total wild ride.
Wow.
Yesterday, the day after that, got another buyer into contract. Day after that,
Yay.
2 buyer broker representation agreements signed.
Woo, you go, Jordan. Now, how were you able to do all this? Just in a nutshell.
With a lot of wine.
Okay.
No, stuff was virtual. I went and grabbed the keys for the for the buyers, and put them in a Ziploc bag, dropped them off on their front door with a bottle of Lysol, and
I love it.
gave them my sold sign. They went, they took the picture, did all that fun stuff. And when they're ready, they'll leave it at the front door and I'll go pick it up. Then
Wow.
I just did virtual showings with the buyers and virtual buyer consultation appointments.
Wow.
A lot of patience though.
Amen. And you guys, is that encouraging or what? That
Yes,
is
absolutely.
super encouraging to me.
Way to go, Jordan.
Congratulations, Jordan.
Thank you, everyone.
I think it's really important that we share all these things throughout our Ignite classes, you guys, because keep in mind, this curriculum was, what do you call it? Prepared in a normal market, like business as usual. We're not in that place right now. So I think it's super important. Again, this is my sports background with teamwork. We need each other. We all have a tremendous amount of not just skills, but talent and gifts. What I would like to encourage my fellow instructors, I guess, or facilitators, is let's also include those in our days that we move forward through April with all these classes, because, you know, so my topic today is database. And of course I can say all the normal things, but how can we make this to be more, not purposeful, but useful in the days we are in now? So what Jordan just shared, I mean, that's just amazing. So anyone else, please share any of your wins, any of your struggles, any of your insight. Maybe it's not a win yet, but it's like, hey, you know, through this time of reflecting, I've learned this, and I'm gonna start to do these things. Anybody want to share anything along those lines?
Well,
Yvonne, I'd like to share something. This is Renee.
Hi, Renee.
And as you progress with Keller, well, I am one of the lessons within Keller Williams is that you, and in life, is that you either move towards pleasure or away from pain. That's usually one of those two things motivates us. And I have to say, honestly, the one thing that keeps me motivated every day is that when I come out of this, and I will come out of this, we'll all come out of this. When we come out of this, I don't want to look back and say, gosh, I wish I had done this. I wish I had done this. You know, this is a time that is frustrating for a lot of us in that, because we can't go out, we can't do things that we want to do. But on the other hand, it gives us the time to do the foundational work that we need to do, so that when we do leave our homes, we're going to be really equipped to take on the market. So that's what keeps me going every morning, to get into the shower, get dressed, put the little makeup on, and go into my office and my home and just start plugging away.
Thank you, Renee. That's super important. I want to add to that. For me, I honestly believe we are all going to get much stronger coming through this, and more united as our three offices. Otherwise, you guys, I wouldn't even know, really. I wouldn't know, or we would not know each other. But this has brought us together.
Yeah.
And I honestly feel that we are going to build on these Zoom meetings that we can do in the future. I really feel that if we team up and brainstorm like what Jordan just shared, I've been thinking about that from day one, Jordan. Is like, okay, how can we move forward in taking care of our clients through this? Because just when the shelter in place is lifted, that virus is still going to be out there. So we're going to have to do things differently. And I think if we all brainstorm and create maybe the best practices. I love that idea that what you did, Jordan, about putting the key in a paper bag, you know, and everything else. And maybe we can go into depth in another time. But so thank you. And thank you, Renee. Anyone else like to share? We have plenty of time, you guys, to go over the database. All of you guys already know what a database is. You know the importance, all that. But we're going to cover it. Go ahead, Vivian.
Well,
Yana.
I am closing a buyer, a purchase this week. We were supposed to close on Monday, but it was so hard for the lender to get the verification of employment from the school district. My buyer is a teacher. So it took forever to get the district to verify that and to say that she's going to keep her job. Mm-hmm. So everything is delayed. The flood insurance, FEMA, we cannot get, those are the two things. FEMA is not approving the flood insurance, the policy. So things are slow from, everybody's slow because they have less people working or working from home for the most important things. I imagine there are some things they have to go to the office to do. They cannot do from home, right? So, and I got a new listing. I put it in the market on Saturday. And my buyers, they took all the photos. So what I did was I put labels in the photos. You know, this is the way to the front door. This is the way to the kitchen. Quartz countertops. New appliances. So I put little labels in the photos, things, something I have never done before, same thing on the flyer. I put the sign up and I put flyers, a lot of flyers. Flyers are, my seller said, you know, they are gone, we need more flyers. And I took 50 flyers.
Oh, are you doing flyers? Oh, okay.
People are walking by and taking the flyers. It's up to them if they want to take the flyers or not, right?
True.
So it is moving. I have 3 interest buyers. And my sellers, they did a walkthrough video and they explained everything. They went from outside, showed the front of the house. They went into the door, like somebody was walking through the house and they were explaining everything. It was so cute because she told stories about her house, when they got the house, what was the house like and what they did in the house. It's really cute video tour. I think I like more that video than the ones that professionally done.
Yeah, because it's from the heart.
It's from the heart, and the seller is doing it. You know, it's their home, and they are showing their home, and they are going to talk. They have so much to say about their home. So they had fun doing it. They were very nervous in the beginning, but they did it. And yeah. So it is a different experience, and we have to adapt. We have to change the way we are doing business and to adapt to the circumstances, and we can be successful, and people appreciate every little thing, extra thing we do for them, because these are hard times. And my sellers, they already bought a house in Austin, Texas. They closed last Friday, so they need to sell. They have to sell. They can't wait.
Good job. And you have three potential.
I have 3 potential, and I am working with 3 more buyers. 3 more buyers are looking for homes, seriously looking. The other ones, I have 6 more, but they said, no, Viviana, I want to make sure that I have my job. I don't know if we are using our savings because they don't qualify for unemployment. So, well, there you are, you know, everybody has a different story to tell.
Good job. You know, you guys, a few weeks ago, I was chatting with someone and I said, you know, we're not on vacation. No, we're not going to the office. Yeah, this is not vacation. We are all still working. We've all are adapting, and all this sharing is very encouraging. Anyone else like to share? Maybe some of our newer agents. Like, what have you been doing? What do you think you're gonna maybe implement during this time, and anything along those lines?
What I've been doing is just kind of looking back on notes and people that I've met at open houses and just calling to check in on them. Yesterday I reached out to one, and it turned out really, really well. Turns out he's doing better than he was prior to coronavirus work-wise and all of that. And he wants me to reach out again soon, but he's just super busy right now. So that turned out good. I was excited about that.
Amazing. And so who am I speaking with? I don't see.
Teresa.
From our office?
Yes.
Hi, Teresa. So did you take the initiative to call? I'm sorry, what did you say?
Yes.
You took the initiative. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is what our leadership is encouraging us to do. So our calls are very different these days. They are care calls, and they're super simple. It's a few questions. Hi, you've been on my mind. How are you? Is everyone in your family okay? Is there anything that I can do to help you? That's it. The conversation will take a life of its own. They appreciate the call because I've made all my care calls. Now I'm circling back around again. And inevitably, they're going to ask us, how are you doing? And I answered briefly, and they asked me, well, how is your business going? I said, it's amazing. We are still moving forward, and we're here to help our clients. And I leave it that simple, like 10 seconds, and I go back to them, because our reach out is to them. So thank you, Teresa. Anyone else before we dive into our database?
If I can add on to what you said, excuse me, it's, we get so caught up, even if we practice our scripts, even if we're doing everything right, we get so caught up like, okay, well, what am I going to say if this? What am I going to say if that? And here's the most simple, effective script in the world. Hi, how are you?
Yep.
And it starts the conversation.
Yeah. And it could be a phone call. Mm-hmm. It could be text, mm-hmm. Right? Texting is great. Email, so, but our calls and texts. So I want to encourage all of you to continue to do that, or start to do that, and start with your family and friends, your core group, your sphere, the people that know you and love you. Jordan, may I ask you, are you on ALC?
No.
And you're tech for your office?
I'm one of the tech people, yes.
Cool. Okay. So I'm on ALC. I'm proud to say, and happy. I love it. And I'm on the growth committee. And that's something that I want you guys to think about too, when we're, and for those of you not quite sure, if you're newer, the growth committee focuses on our profit share. Anyone on our meeting today, do you focus on profit sharing? Okay, I saw one hand. Does everybody know what profit share is?
Yes.
I do too.
No.
Was that a no?
I said no, Chrissy. I'm brand new though. I just started Monday.
I don't either.
Welcome,
I
Chrissy.
can get.
Oh, Chrissy,
Hi, thank you.
Chrissy, are you in Campbell?
Yes.
Cool. And then was that Zachary I heard?
Yes,
And you had a no on profit share.
I had a no.
Anybody else is a no? Okay, so
I know a little bit, Yvonne, but not too much. So if you can kind of go over it again.
okay, I'm gonna keep it like super simple. Absolutely. So our profit share is, and when I first started and I learned all about KW and then I learned about profit share, it's like, wow, that's a nice bonus. That's the gift. So what it is Gary Keller set it all up from the very beginning, is if we invite someone into our office, not necessarily our office, but to join any office, and they name you as a sponsor, and which means that you were the reason why they joined, then you will have opportunity to get profit from the sales of that office. And that's like in a super short nutshell. But what it is that it is a way of, what is that? Passive income, just by sharing, like, hey, you know, come see what Keller Williams has to offer. Of course, you don't say it like that. That's a whole nother class. But when I heard about that, it's like, wow, I'm going to tap into that. So we can talk more about that later. And let's see, Zachary, Kelly, and Chrissy, we can talk more later if you'd like. But take advantage of that. The other agents in our area, they're not getting as much training and support as we are in KW. I don't think any company is as strong as KW in that, in support. So anyways.
Hey, Yvonne, it's Laura. I'm just going to jump in real quick.
Oh,
hi, Laura. Sure that everybody on this Zoom meeting knows that next week we have a special training for all 3 of our offices where one of the top profit share earners in the entire company named Aaron Kaufman will be doing a 2-hour training to talk to you guys all about the gift of profit share. So you're going to hear from one of the top profit share earners in our company. He travels all over the country to teach about the gift of profit share, and we will have him, I think it's next Wednesday. Let me see my calendar. We're going to be, all 3 offices are going to be on a Zoom with Aaron Kaufman next Wednesday, April 15th at 1 o'clock. Okay?
And how long is that class?
1 to 3.
Oh, wonderful. You guys, super important. Super important. And he, thank you, Laura. I totally forgot about that.
You're welcome.
Yes. So next Wednesday, 1 to 3. All right. Anybody else want to share before we go on about any wins?
Yvonne, I just wanted to tell you, we've talked about me doing videos and whatnot. So I did a little affirmation video for my clients and getting a lot of good feedback and responses, and, you know, just something I do every day to get my day started. So I wanted to pass on some good inspiration to them. So it's working out perfectly.
Wow. And how are you passing it on?
Through text, email, Facebook, any social media I can get out there. And, you know, people are really responsive. Like I said, affirmations and good positive thoughts are what I do to make everything great. And, you know, when I did the video, I felt really good and people are appreciating it.
Wow. That's wonderful. That's the starting, right, you guys? Our mindset. That's where it all starts. Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for sharing. Let's go into, can everybody see the PowerPoint?
Yes, I can see it.
Yes.
Oh, great, great. Okay, so today we're going to overview our database and the importance of the importance of our database. So let's see. This says what successful agents do every day. So we're just going to focus on the grow side because running our business, it's going to be different right now. So I just want to focus on the 4 things on the left. So a successful agent, we lead generate. That's number 1. We already know that, right? Number 2, we make seller listing presentations and get listings. Number 3, make buyer presentations and get listings. And then preview real estate. So on our typical day, those are the things that we should be doing. Now, 2 and 3, those represent appointments. It's not phone calls, it's not lead generating. 2 and 3 are appointments. Our goal as agents is to get appointments. Now, does an appointment have to be sitting at a table at our office? No. So don't have your thinking that, oh, okay, I have to have, oh, an appointment means it's official, it's got to do this and this. Of course, it has a guide that you're going to be doing, but it can be anywhere. An appointment, I've had an appointment at open houses when I've just met somebody. I've done my appointment at the open house because they were ready to go. So be thinking a little bit outside of the box, especially in these days. I didn't share a little bit, but I've been learning how to use Zoom and meeting with my clients with Zoom. I met with my sellers last night and we went over, this is a Newark listing coming soon, and we went over the market in the area. So I showed them everything that I would normally do if I was in person. So we just need to be creative in this time. Okay, so any questions about what we should be doing every day? Okay. We're gonna go on to the big picture of our database. I think most of you already know that you can get all this material in KW Connect, right? You just go into the resource section and you can get all this material. So you can always fall back on this. Okay, so the big picture. A well-tended database produces leads. A powerful database managed by a powerful schedule produces a predictable flow of leads. And from a predictable flow of leads, you can expect a predictable flow of business. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, the bottom portion tells us that our databases are, those are records of our clients. That's our business relationships. It's all about relationships. Then we nurture and manage all those relationships. Then we produce predictable flow of business. And what does that mean exactly? Well, it means what Teresa mentioned. Hey, if we don't go and nurture, and what does nurture mean? We already talked about that, giving them a call. I love what Kelly is doing by sharing her videos. That's nurturing. You know, they already know that we're realtors. We don't have to keep telling them. What we need to do is stay top of mind. Okay, and then the last, improves service and straightens relationships. So Command is amazing. I'm learning. Definitely, I need to learn more. That is what I have committed to while we're mainly at home for these next few weeks, is to get stronger in Command. And a big portion of Command is definitely our database. And there's many ways to use Command in reaching out. but it starts with our database. And if we organize our database, which is everybody we know and everybody we meet, we need to put it in our database. Okay, so everybody you know and everybody you meet goes into our database.
Can I ask a question?
Absolutely.
So you just said everyone that we meet and everyone that we know, but
Yes.
not necessarily everyone that we meet is quality. Do you distinguish that, or do you just put them in anyway, or do you know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Who is that?
Nairi.
Hi, Nairi.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Okay. And all you seasoned agents, jump in with me, please. Okay. So what I've learned is, Nairi, is you're absolutely right. But it's not just that one person. It's everybody they know. So Nairi, if you put those people in your database and you send them something periodically, like updates right now, you guys, we are confused right now, right? What do you think the average, not consumer, but the average homeowner right now?
Scared.
Scared, confused, what's gonna happen? So we need to shine right now, you guys. We need to shine. We need to, we're the professionals. We need to come with, and we always hear this, from contribution with how can we help? What value can I bring to you today? And keep things super simple. Laura always tells me this, especially for me, and I'm sure it's for some of you too, with the other responsibilities we have in life. Keep things super simple.
Nairi, how many contacts would you say you have in your phone? Just rough estimate.
A bajillion.
All right, so let's say 1,500, okay?
It's almost 800.
Okay, 800?
Mm-hmm.
So I tell my students that the average person, I teach the real estate school in our market center, tell my students the average person talks to about 150 people, knows 150 people. If you have 800 contacts in your phone times 150, that's 120,000 people that you could be reaching throughout, going throughout. If you're talking to one person, they're going to spread, oh, I just got this great email, even if it's a recommendation for a movie. You don't think people are watching movies right now?
Yeah.
Just send out, get in front of people. Whether they're not looking to buy a house right now, they might know someone who is.
Okay.
That's great. Thank you, Jordan. So Nari, are you on Facebook at all?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever seen something that you liked and you've shared it?
Yes.
That's it. That's it in a nutshell. So keep it in mind and just work on it. So today, you guys, in 1 hour, we're not going to cover everything. So, and I'm really happy when you guys all, chime in and share. So does that help at all, Nairi, for now?
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Okay. I'd like to go on. We all know what a database is. Can somebody just, in their own words, tell me what you think a database is?
A collection of all your contacts.
Wonderful. Anything else anybody want to add?
Your data bank.
Yep. So it's not just a list, right? It's not just, oh, these are the people I know. Now, that's the starting point. Let's see. Okay. So here's the 3 levels that we should be mindful of with our database. So the basic of it is we get their name, their contact, where did we meet them? In other words, at work or open houses and so on. And at will communication, I'm not really sure what that actually means. Laura or Jordan, at will communication. So anybody have an idea what that means? Help me out.
For
They
example, if
mentioned
I
yes-
go, yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
if I go to a networking meeting, I just go and I meet them in purpose. I look for them. I said, hi, I'm Viviana. And what do you do? Tell me about your business. You know, so
Okay.
I go to networking meetings. So that's at will communication. That's, I imagine that's when I go and approach people. I go to the supermarket and I start talking, oh my gosh, you know, there's no flour. I was planning to make bread. And,
Okay.
do you make bread? You know, anything.
Great. Okay, thank you for that help, because I wasn't exactly sure. You know, I do that a lot, and I'm sure all of you have had experience. One of my last experiences was at Walgreens, and the gentleman that helps on the photo place, young gentleman, and super friendly, super helpful. And I said, wow, you know, you're really helpful. How do you like working here? And he said, oh, it's okay. I'm a student. I'm just doing this part-time. I said, you know, you'd be great in real estate. So I maybe that's at will communication, something like that. But I will look more into that and see if I can figure out a little bit better explanation. Okay, but anyway, so that's our first, the essentials of the database. Then let's see, okay. To be effective, obtain permission. What that means is that if somebody gives you somebody's information, you know, you want permission to call or contact. Or even when you meet someone, it's like, you know what, I'd love to stay in touch with you. Would it be okay? May I, you know, every week I have an update on the market area for your neighborhood. Would it be okay if I sent you something periodically? Okay. Number 6, collect personal information, insights, and preferences. So that would be birthdays, and any other, let's see, besides birthdays.
For example, if I meet somebody in an open house and they have a child, they have a 2-year-old and she's pregnant. So I would put, you know, when is she due? She's due in 6 months.
Great, thank you.
Yeah.
That's a good reminder. So what else would be something that we might want to make a note of?
Kids in college, age of children.
Perfect.
Anniversary date.
Perfect.
If it's a client you've sold their house or helped them get in a house, the date that it closed.
Thank you. Who was that?
Rob LaHue.
Rob?
Yes.
Okay, great. What office?
I'm Campbell.
Okay, great. Team leader, Rob?
No.
Oh, okay. Agent Rob.
Agent Rob.
Okay, hi, Agent Rob. Okay,
Hello.
Segment and group based from 1 to 6. Okay, so that goes into tagging, and we're not gonna have time today. But in Command, we can make tags and groups. I think I have about 10 or so. I have groups for agents that I've met. I have groups for my volleyball family. I officiate now. I used to coach, but now I officiate, and so on. So you segment your group. So if you have certain messages for certain people, it's much more effective, and you can be more efficient if you put people in categories. Number 8, purposeful and consistent communication. If I can leave you with one thing, is communicating consistently. So we think relationships and then communicate consistently. And that is one of my things that I need to get stronger on. I communicate, but is it consistent? No. Yes and no. So that's what I'd like to, honestly, if you can remember a couple of things today, think relationship and be consistent in your follow-up. Particularly your sphere, which is your core group. Your core group can be 5, it can be 6, it can be 10, it could be 20. But your core is smaller.
Sometimes, Yvonne, we are so busy with the business we have in escrow, or
Yeah.
people that are really asking us for help, showing properties, this and that, that we neglect the ones that are, we just leave them too long in the back burner. We shouldn't.
Amen. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Because I for sure want to be mindful of everybody's time. That Viviana, that's a perfect, they mentioned that in a minute, but let's just finish this. So exceptional, automated, custom communication built around triggers. That's command. And next week too, I believe we're gonna have Zach, our tech ambassador. Jordan, do you know when he's coming?
No, I don't. I can find out though.
Oh, it's okay. Laura and Rob and team leader in Santa Cruz is Elaine. Yeah, they will let us know. So everybody, jot down your questions that you have in command. So when we do have Zach for the training, I believe it's next week, but it's soon. We can get into the nitty gritty. All right, so let's see. We're not going to go through some of these because we already know all these things that we've covered it the last few days. Avoid the today trap. Viviana, this is what I want to go back to you with what you just mentioned. And the predictable rate of, what is that, REO? Rate of
return of investment.
Thank you. Return on an investment. Okay. This is what you were speaking up, Viviana. So there's 2 types of business, today and tomorrow. So somebody we meet today and we hit the ground running. They're a buyer, they're a seller. Oh, wonderful, great. But what about tomorrow's? What about the future? So that's, Viviana, that's exactly what you were talking about. Without a database, your business is built only for today. And one thing I need to get much stronger on is time blocking. So yes, our clients are that are in contract and so on, that we're working with, that we're in escrow, they need our attention, but so does our database. So it's up to us. We've got a time block. Can you all time block a half hour a day to make calls? Yeah. An hour, right? Does it have to be an hour straight? No. Those of you that have young children at home, myself, I have mom I take care of. Everybody has something, other responsibilities. Even if they're home alone right now, they still have responsibilities. So, but it's up to us to time block. It's super important right now. Actually, I'm almost gonna say, of course we have to take care of our clients. Gary, what is it, 3 hours or 4 hours we're supposed to be lead generating? Thank you for lead generating. Now, if some of you, when I very first heard about lead generating, I thought, oh, I gotta be on the phone, I gotta be at an open house for 3-4 hours. That's lead generating. That is lead generating, or door knocking. Lead generating is also following up. Did you know that? That was a aha for me. Oh, following up is part of lead generating? Yes, it's following up is part of lead generating. So in those 4 hours that Gary is recommending that we lead generate a day, can we take a portion of that and call? keep that in mind. When I very first started with KW, I thought lead generating was new people, gathering new people. It's not always new people. It's our database. Okay, anybody want to add anything? Any input? Anyone? My seasoned colleagues want to add anything to that?
No, it's good.
Okay, we're going to skip the next portion here. It just talks about the percentages. So we know what the percentages, I mean, just in general, the more people we talk to, it's going to dwindle down. Okay, so go back, because we only have about another 8-9 minutes, and I want to finish up with a little something different to finish up. This is just a return on investment for money spent in our database. We should get, for every dollar, we should get somewhere between $10 and $14 return. Gary tells us everything we need is in our database. You know, when I love doing open houses and I meet a ton of new people, which is great, but am I neglecting my database? The people that, Viviana, this is what you touched on, right?
Yeah.
Am I neglecting that group that I already have? At times, yes, I was.
And as we were saying yesterday on shift, each one of those leads that we have means $20,000 that we are not earning. It's $20,000 for each name and phone number and email that we don't use. Somebody else will earn that money. If we don't, you know, somebody else will do it. So why not take advantage and take $20,000? Just think about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Why use a database? It is one of the lowest lead cost, meaning we already have people there. It doesn't cost anything additional to make calls and reaching out and sending them information, sending them something of value, sending them a market update, maybe doing a short video with your lender or your insurance person. I was thinking about my chiropractor. He's amazing. And I still got to work that out. Even when we get back out of this shelter in place, we're still going to be out in the world with the virus. We should be beefing up our immune system. You know, can we send little tips on that to our database? Things like that. It does not always have to be business related or real estate related. Okay, so basically what this is just saying, it does pay for itself. And again, please, if you are a type of person that you like to keep track of everything, please download all these guides. Okay, let's see. Now, we talked about develop your database, marketing versus prospecting. Let's see, I think it was Donna already went through all that the other day. Is today anybody's first day on this Ignite? Okay, you've already been. Okay, great. We talked about the importance of organizing your database. This is just some examples of specific tags that you can create to organize. This is in the section in Command where you create the custom tags and you can color code them.
Hey, Yvonne, it's Laura. Can I jump in real quick?
Absolutely.
So, hey, Nairi, are you still with us? Nairi.
I'm here.
Hi, sweetie.
Hi.
So you asked a question like about, you know, the 800 people that you know on in your phone or the bunch of people you know on Facebook, and are they all the same quality? And I think this is where what Yvonne's showing right now, no, they aren't all the same quality. There are some people you know really, really well that are absolutely going to work with you or they're going to refer you business. And there's some people that you know less, you know, that as you may get to know them better, they may refer you business, but absolutely the 800 people aren't all the same quality. So Yvonne, can you go back one or two?
This
Can you go
one?
back? I think so. So you can actually mark people with tags in your database in terms of how well you know them or how likely they are to do business with you or refer you business. And the way I tag my people is my best people are what I call an A+. And then I have A's and I have B's and I have C's. And my A pluses are people I've either done multiple transactions with or I know they would give me referrals. A's, I might have done one transaction with them. B's are people maybe I know through different networking groups or different, like for me, it was with my kids in school, it was people I might have known through school, sports teams, etc. And then C's, the people that I put in C's are all my vendors, all the people that are business owners that I may be referring business to that I'm hoping they're going to refer me business to as well. And if I explain to them how I work, maybe they will refer me business. So just keep that in mind that, yeah, I don't think you know all 800 people the same way. But you still want to put every single person into your database, which is your relationship bank. And you can then tag them based on how well you know them. Does that make sense?
Yeah, and I appreciate you actually like going deeper and saying like who you consider your A plus, your A, your B, your C. Because I think that like narrowed it down a lot. But then I'm also thinking about like the ones that like are in your, you know, your phone at the moment, and you know that they're just so like negative that they would just never do anything.
You're your own business owner. You do not have to work with anybody you don't want to work with. And you don't necessarily want a referral from somebody like that who's going to refer their crappy friends to you too. So that is really up to you. And maybe you reach out to them. So the people that I reach out to the most when I think about my follow-up plans are my A pluses, my A's and my B's. My C's maybe I reach out to less. So it's up to you. You can keep a person like that in your database or you don't have to, but maybe you reach out to them less. The other thing I think is a huge distinction that should be made is that your pipeline and your database are not the same thing. Yvonne, I'm sorry, I have been sort of going in and out, so I don't know if you already talked about this or not.
No, go ahead, please.
Okay, so every single person that's in your pipeline, which is the business you're working on now, your current business, it could be business, immediate business, it could be business that's 2 to 4 months out or 2 to 6 months out, it could be business that's 6 to 12 months out. And by the way, you can also tag a pipeline in terms of, which is it's in opportunities in command. You can have people in your pipeline in different levels of where they're at in the process. Every single person in your pipeline should also be in your database, but every single person in your database is not in your pipeline. So the 800 people that you know are not all people that are ready to buy or sell right now or thinking about buying or selling in the next year. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I just think it's a really important distinction. You have a database and you have a pipeline, and they are not the same thing. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. Thank you, Yvonne.
Thank you, Laura. I love it. I love everybody sharing. As I said, I'm team oriented, and I like when we share. Okay. In closing, I've got 1 minute. So what I'd like to share with you is through Ignite. These are our goals per day. 10 contacts added. Have 10 conversations. 10. I'm going to change that to text. I mean, you still can send a card, but people are kind of leery of letting things come into their home. So I just think we need to respect that. But please feel free. And 10 home previews per week.
You can send virtual cards.
Oh yeah, thank you. But text is simple and it's quick, you guys. So add 10 contacts. How can we add 10 contacts right now? Well, there's many ways. Now we can't cover that right now, but I want you guys to start thinking about it. Okay, so now this is the guide for while we're going through Ignite. So please prioritize your day. What if you could only do one thing today? What's the most important thing on your personal side? And what's the most important thing on your business side that you that we need to do today? Just pick one thing. So I'd like to leave on that note. I was hoping, well, the hour goes fast, but I really appreciated everybody at the beginning. I just thought it was important for us to connect a little bit more on a personal note, a human side, because it's different. I'm not myself completely in this time, and you probably all feel about the same. So I also want to encourage you to team up. Can we make a call together? Can two people be on a call and call somebody together? Yes. What do you think about that? Do you think you'd be more comfortable doing your calls with someone else? And could you partner up and work with that? If you get a lead, could you work on that together? Yes. Keep it in mind. I'm just brainstorming. I have been thinking, like, reflecting, like, okay, how can we continue our business? And we should be working every day. So I just want to encourage you, pick something on your personal side every day that you want to accomplish, and one thing on your business that you want to accomplish for the day. And at least do that. If you can do more, fantastic. Okay, so anybody would like to share anything, a short something before, I know I'm over a bit. In closing, does anybody want to share anything about what we've talked about, or any other thoughts?
I was just gonna say, I know everybody's a little bit nervous about sending like handwritten things, but you can do a lot online too. So if you wanted to send an online card, I know Minted does them, Paperless Post does them, Evites, I'm pretty sure you can do cards and stuff for free. So there's lots of different ways to send those little personalized messages right now too.
Oh, I totally forgot about the chat. Is there anything in chat, you guys? Because I don't see it. Okay, so Allison, can you repeat those? Did you say Mint?
Minted is doing some virtual cards and things. Like I just got an invitation for a virtual baby shower through Minted. And then I know Paperless Post for sure does all different kinds of online cards, all different kinds of things.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, and they come through, they're really cute. They look like it's mail, and then you click it and it opens up. So, they're really nice, and they cost a little bit, but it's not a lot.
Okay.
Yeah.
And there was a third one.
I'm not sure if, I know Evites does like invitations for free. I don't know if they're doing thank you cards, but I'm sure there's plenty of other things that are doing virtual cards right now.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
Can you make those things in Command?
Jordan? I don't know.
Those are just standalone websites, but I'm sure you could do something in Command just through designs on your own. If you just kind of played around with it.
Okay, that's a question for Zach next week, unless we come up with an answer before that.
I got another one.
Yes.
So if you tag people like the A+, A, B, or whatever, like Laura was talking about, can you search them by your A's, B's, C's, or whatever, and just have those pop up?
Yes, on Command. Yes.
Yes, you can filter it. You just create a filter. Was that Jeremy? You just create a filter and you can filter it.
Okay, thanks.
Okay. Anyone else? Any ahas or insight? Or anything else you want to share with the group? Anybody want to share what they're going to do today on their business side?
I'm going to work on a Instagram post. Not sure what the content's going to be yet, but I have a couple ideas. And then I'm also working on a contract for my grandma. So I'm going to be working on that business too. Yeah.
Hey.
I guess if I could just add, I put it in the chat. Don't forget the Ignite daily schedule. It lays out what your day should look like. And I would strongly encourage everybody to be practicing your scripts. Either practice it with somebody at home or get an accountability partner that you're practicing with. And remember that daily schedule it really does help you. It kind of becomes your job description for the day.
Oh, thank you, Laura. And what I wanted to let everybody know, so tomorrow, Jason from the Santa Cruz office is going to share about setting goals that matter. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. Have a blessed day. Happy Easter week. I really appreciated all of you to be here, and also everybody that shared. And let's make a difference in somebody's lives today by a call. Kelly, I love what you're doing with your video, and Viviana with just reaching out and all these things. And we can share, keep sharing while this Ignite, we're going to be together for a month. And team up, you guys, team up if you want. Okay, anybody else before we go?
Great job, Yvonne.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. Go work on your database.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, all right. God bless.